Hello everyone, welcome back to another video. Today I'm going to be doing an eye look using the ColourPop Twilight palette. This is going to be my first time trying out one of the ColourPop palettes. I have tried the Super Shock blush, I think it's called Between the Sheets, but this will be a first to test out a ColourPop palette. I am really excited about this palette because I'm a huge fan of the Twilight movies. I mean, I could never get bored rewatching those movies ever. So I've already done my mascara, and I've also run ahead and took care of my eyeshadow primer, so that's taken care of. And I will only be doing my eyes and camera. The rest I will be doing off. So let's go ahead and take the sleeve off. Oh, she is so stunning. I think what I'm going to do for today is we're going to do a green eye look. I mean, the color stories in this palette are so stunning. Let's get into it. I am going to be using the mirror in this Milani palette because, as you know, there's no mirror here, and I'm not mad about that because, I mean, the packaging on this is just so stunning. I know I'm so excited over this palette. I'm obsessed with the packaging, especially the cover here. Okay, as you all know, I can talk a lot, so I'm gonna get what I need to get, and we're gonna get into this eye look. Give me one moment. Okay, so I have my brush, my double-ended brush here. I'm using this one here, which I don't remember what this brush came from. It came from another palette. I don't remember which one. And what we're going to do is I am going to put on the outer corner the shade here Impossibly Fast. And I'm going to have to look into the mirror. And I'm actually going to grab another brush because I want a small blending brush. So I think we will definitely need that because I don't want this to go too crazy. Okay. So for that smaller brush, I am using the Luxie Brush 231 small tapered brush. And I'm just going to take the shade Impossibly Fast and just put it in the outer corners ever so carefully. I do think I want to add a little tape to the sides here, so I think that will help me. So I'm just going to pause really quickly and do that. Give me one moment. Alright, so I'm just going to start off with one side. I'm running out of tape, so I just put some tape on this side. And we're going to go ahead and just dive into the shade here Impossibly Fast. Ooh, look at that. Can you guys see that? That's okay though. So I am going to look into the mirror here so that I know exactly where I'm putting this. Well, that is, she's pigmented. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more. Wow. So I'm just doing a little bit underneath my eye here, in the corner, like that. Are you all seeing how pigmented? Wow. Wow. There is a bit of kick up, in that shade, but I'm not, it's okay. I'm not mad about it. That's how we're looking so far. I'm going to go ahead and we're going to go ahead and dive into the next shade. So I think what I'm going to do on the inner corner here is we're going to go in with the shade 17. I'm going to use the same brush. Let's see if there's a lot of kick up in that too. Yes, there is. That's okay. I'm going to look into my mirror here so I can make sure it's going where I want it to go. What? You guys, you don't even need to dip your brush into the shade just ever so lightly, and the pigmentation is, wow. So I'm just doing it in the inner corner over here. Like that. This is how we're looking so far. I'm going to actually take the tape off and just put it on the other side. And I'll blend all that out afterwards. So let's go back and do this side and go back into Impossibly Fast. I get it. Some people might be annoyed over the kick up with some of these shades, but me personally, it doesn't really bother me. I don't mind it. So I'm just tapping it on. And I'm going to pick up a little bit more of that shade, just a little bit, because I do want to put a little bit on my lower lash line. I could have probably just used what was left on the brush here. I'm probably going to have to do some serious cleaning up. I always feel like my left eye does better. Like I can do my makeup on my left eye way better than the right. I don't know if that's really such a thing. Okay. Now I'm going to go and dip into the shade 17. Do in the corner over here. I am like, I'm falling in love with this palette because the shades are just so pigmented and just go on so beautifully. I'm actually wondering, do I really need to use eyeshadow primer for this palette? We may have to try that. Okay, so what I have going on here, I'm going to take this off the tape, put it on my table here, and I'm just going to blend. I want to blend that out. Give me one moment. I'm just going to pause for a moment and just blend this out with a clean brush, and I'll be right back. So what I'm doing, I'm just looking in my mirror, and I'm just really trying to blend that out. But, wow, I'm so impressed right now. It's such a beautiful color. And I'm going to give my thoughts at the end of the video about this palette. I mean, I'm already a huge fan because, not just because of the Twilight movie, but I'm already, just from trying this the green shadows in this palette, I'm like really, really impressed. Okay, now we are going to dive into Lion and Lamb, and at the end of the video I will share some swatches to share with you. I think I'm just going to use my finger, so you're going to use a pinky. Wow. I mean, do you guys see that? Wow. I know this is just going to look so stunning. Oh my God. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more. There is a little bit of fallout, but that's fine. I will clean that up. That goes on so smoothly, so pigmented. Give me one moment. I'm just going to clean up really quickly, and I'll be right back. Alright, I'm going to go do the rest of my makeup offline, kind of clean up some of the areas here, and I'll be back with the final look. See you in a moment. Alright, so this makeup look is done. Let me just come up close and give you a little up close. This is the rest of my makeup. Now, let's talk. Now, I know I've only done one look, and believe me, I'm going to do so many more looks. I'm going to try out every single shade in this palette a trillion times. Just being honest. I have to tell you, though, I'm a fan. I am so impressed with this palette, and let me just share with you the green swatches here. So stunning. Pigmented. Just stunning. I did do a swatch. I did all the swatches, and that is on, I posted that on my social media site. And what I might do later on after this video is just do another swatch to add to this. But, I mean, this is, without a doubt, my #1 new favorite palette. This just outtook everything else I own in my collection. I'm absolutely loving this palette. So far, you know, like I said, this is my first time trying out ColourPop, you know, for their palettes. I did, you know, I do have, actually, I have one of their Super Shocked blushes in the shade Between the Sheets. But this is the first time trying out their palettes and their eyeshadows. And so far, I'm a huge fan. There is a few of the palettes that have a little kick up, especially this one here, Impossibly Fast. And 17 also had a bit of kick up, but that doesn't really bother me. You can easily clean up whatever fallout you get on your face by using concealer. You all know that. So that doesn't bother me whatsoever. I had so much fun doing this look, and I am very happy that I finally got my hands on this palette. I hope you guys will enjoy this video. If you did, be sure to give it a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, consider smashing that subscribe button. I would greatly appreciate it. I will be sharing some photos, and maybe I will do a whole swatch again of this palette. So be on the lookout for that. That will be going up today. It is Tuesday. And as always, I look forward to seeing you in the next video. Bye, everyone.